tenor banjo.
That just shows what you can do with 5 banjos and a tuba and a washboard, huh?
Yeah, that was a post-concert just get together, our last day there. You know, just whoever was there just brought their instruments down. That was on that Thursday, and we had a little lunch together, and they just played one last go round. You know,
That's pretty.
I just enjoyed having all the banjo players put their own licks on the same song. It sounded great. You know, yeah. So how you been, Chris?
I've been fine. You know, a little chilly.
Oh.
Did you get any snow yet?
You know, we've had like a little squall and then nothing, and a squall and nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to be thankful that I was still able to get around today. I actually went out and did some shopping this morning and saw some old friends. And but on the way home, it was like the sun was shining brightly. I get into the garage at home, and I get in the house. I turn around and look out the window. It's like Snowmageddon, you know.
That's great.
How did that happen so quickly?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? I finally figured out how to dial in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just put on a little clip while we're waiting.
Yeah, I saw it.
Here.
Good.
Yeah. So
hello, Gim.
Bill,
I do.
When you put pictures up on the notice of the meetings, try not to put such a current picture. Put one from back in the old days of yourself. Boy, that was some time ago. Huh?
Oh yeah.
We don't want to know what we look like now. We know that.
Yeah. Well, Tom put that up. So I had that. I don't even know who took that picture, but I looked like I was 12.
That's what I thought. That was you. I thought that was you.
Yeah, that was.
I was still straining to try to grow a few hairs under my nose. I was going.
I like the hairdo though. That was kind of cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it pretty much. I think I went to one of those high schools where your hair couldn't touch your ears or your eyebrows.
Oh, really?
The first thing I did after I left high school was not get my hair cut for 4 years. I mean, some of the late mustache pictures, my hair is like down to my shoulders, you know.
Oh yeah,
You know. But yeah, that one, I think I was about 19 when I first started the mustache.
That must have been right in the beginning.
Really?
Right early.
19 years old, and they let you work there? Really?
Yeah, it was drinking age was only 18 in Louisiana back then.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
They raised it to 21. I can't remember when, but yeah, it was 18 when I was in high school.
Yeah.
It was 18 in New York. I remember that, and because for our 18th birthday, we lived in Massachusetts, and for my 18th birthday, a gang of us drive down to New York City to spend the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 18. But a lot of those charity nursing students weren't 21. You know that. Yeah.
I was playing a gig at the Chicago club where the drinking age was 21, and so there we are up on the stage. I'm like maybe 19, 20 years old, and Dennis Drury was there playing the trombone.
Oh, Dennis!
I can't remember who else was in the band. But we got a big pitcher of beer up there. We're drinking like crazy. The police come in and raid the place, checking for age. You know, they're checking everybody's IDs, and they caught 2 people in the audience who had fake IDs, and they never checked the band. Good thing.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I think
I was working in Boston clubs when I was 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was 19 and I got married when I was 20, you know, and like I said, like a lot of people mentioned on their when we were up at New Haven, a lot of the people in college, pretty much the mustache was your scholarship. You would, I made enough money to go to college and everything. So
well, it kept me alive. I mean, I lived for 2 years on beer and peanuts. Oh yeah, I'm not kidding either. That was true.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah, before I started working at the mustache, my weekly stipend was $8, and I had to provide all my meals and back and forth to my family on the weekends with that $8, and it wasn't it wasn't doing the trick.
No,
Then suddenly I'm playing the banjo and making like $25 a week. So
Big time.
oh yes, big deal, right?
That's great.
Yeah. It seems like actually, I guess I was making more than you were when I was making tips then, because we did pretty good. Even on slow nights, we would make $20-25. So
On our first year of Cape Cod, when I was managing the joint and playing, I remember the bartenders came down on the weekends from Boston, and I remember Brian Wallace telling me what he made, and I figured out he was making twice as much money as I was. And I said that was embarrassing.
well, when they ran out of band members for a brief period of time after Vince Vance left and John Stacy left, and I think Barry was off with the show band. They asked for volunteers to play the washboard and sing, and so I signed up to do that on the stage, and I did it maybe 10 times total, and they paid $5 an hour, and it was pretty much a break even, though I think I would make about that much or more when I was working the floor, but it still was fun getting on the stage.
Oh sure.
Band didn't make much tips though. I mean, that I can remember down in New Orleans.
No, we didn't make many tips either.
Yeah.
Was Les Musket there then?
Was that?
Was that Les Musket?
Yeah, Les Musket was still playing there when I was doing washboard. He and Babs were trying to give me some instructions on washboard. I mean, basically I could keep a beat, and I put the thimbles on my fingers. I think Wilbur used to play with sticks on his, or spoons on the washboard, and Les and Babs says, no, you play with thimbles. And I said, okay. But I was basically just beating the hell out of the washboard with my finger. And I'd go home at night with blood underneath, nails and everything else. So I didn't know I just was keeping time pretty much and singing, So
who else was in the band? I guess was Maynard, or what about Andy?
Maynard was in it, and
was Andy doing?
And Herb Eisen was on tuba still.
Andy hadn't come in yet.
No, Andy wasn't there. Well, Andy was there, but he left with Vince Vance.
Well, yeah, he was. Yeah, eventually.
And but that was pretty much it when I was there. I don't have any pictures of evidence, but I did play for a while.
One of the most unique washboard players was our Grove Thomas. He was also one of the nicest men in the world.
Yes, he was.
But he played it on his lap like he was playing the brushes on a snare drum,
right,
with 2 knives. And sometimes he would flip the knives up in the air and catch them and keep the beat and all that. What a nice man.
Was he the one on the postcard? Because I know there was the one on the postcard.
That's right.
We had for a while. There was a knife suspended in the air. He had flipped it in the air, and it was,
that was Grove.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, there's Roger.
Roger. Guy in New York.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah.
It's a sunshiny day.
Well, it got down to 26 here yesterday.
Gee, that's close for New Orleans.
It is. At first, they kept telling us maybe 30, and then all of a sudden, at the news at 5 o'clock, they said it's going to get down on the North Shore. They said it was going to get down in the mid 20s, so I had to go haul in about 50 plants into the garage.
Hard to leave.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be. It's going to be in the 20s up here tonight. We've had 30. We've had frost a lot, but we haven't had a freeze. We're going to have one tonight.
Yeah.
It got down in the 40s here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
that's cool.
Where's global warming when you need it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Roger, I've been waiting about 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know if I have. Is this the first time you got in for a few weeks?
Yes, I was. Last week was my wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
That's what I said to myself. I did it. We had made 33 years, so that's pretty good.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I've been having this video that I was waiting for you to get on so I could show it,
Okay.
one of these days. Here we go.
Where's Tom today?
Tom's got a job.
Oh, good
Oh,
for
good
him.
for him.
Well, no, that's a good to have, because what else will we do when we get lost? We'll reach for the ace in the hole. Okay, this town is full of guys who think they're mighty wise just because they know a thing or two. You can see them every day, parading up and down Bourbon Street, telling of the stories they once knew. There were gangsters and boosters and old crap shooters, but they all got an ace down in the hole. But some of them would ride to the old folks for a coin to get that old ace down in the hole. So don't you forget that old ace down in the hole.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. That was
That's
great.
good, Roger.
Terrific.
Uh,
I sort of forgot the words halfway through. I hadn't sung that song for many years.
Yeah. It had a little 50-year gap in there, Roger.
Yeah, really. That was a fun time up there. Even though it wasn't a lot of us, I think we all really enjoyed each other.
You bet. Good time.
Shared some laughs and old stories and some secrets some people didn't know about maybe. And
And the good thing about telling secrets to this group, none of us are going to remember them anyway.
yeah, and if we tell them to another group, they wouldn't believe it. So
Yeah.
only certain stories you can tell within our family unit here.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really. What else exciting has been happening?
Well, not much. Tom's got a job today.
That's
And
good.
Barry Foulon sent a
Yeah,
message that he won't be here today. I don't know if he's working or if he just had something else come up, but he
Okay.
sent a message that he wasn't gonna be able to come today.
I have a gig
Okay.
somewhere.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And next week is the day after Thanksgiving, so I guess we'll probably can the next week, right?
Yeah.
I would-
so.
I would suggest that, yeah, because
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We're gonna be away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a
Well,
picture.
Thanksgiving. So the Saints, are they doing too good? I don't think.
Nah, they
Last
suck.
game.
Yeah.
Don't rub it in, Roger. Don't rub it in.
It's
I watch them all the time.
well,
They played in
we
London
did
last
beat
week.
Seattle, didn't we? I don't know. Did we beat Seattle? Or
Yeah,
did
we beat Seattle.
Oh,
yeah.
Seattle was the last one.
Saints are 3-7.
Oh, I thought they were better than that.
No,
No,
unfortunately.
no. In fact, I didn't even bother watching last time. I've been enjoying the Pelicans though. The Pelicans are
Oh,
playing.
Pelicans are good.
They
They
play
got a good
Boston tonight. You know.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're good as the Phoenix Suns.
Um, Well,
Um,
we'll see. We'll see towards the end of the year. They're still learning to play together.
Basketball is so long.
Yeah,
Oh,
You
It's
sort of watch it a
brutal.
little bit, then you forget it for a little bit, and you watch it a little more.
yeah.
yeah.
I have a
And-
couple more pictures that John Rogers sent me from Boston.
John Rogers, wow.
Yeah, he was at the reunion. I had never met him before, but he and his wife sent me a few pictures.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find them here. Let's see. Oops, I gotta cue it up.
I sent a few last week too, I wasn't around.
Yeah, Tom Ford. You had a real nice picture of Joel you sent that I can pull that up. Let's see if I can find it here. Get out of here. Yeah, I like
Posted
that
several of them.
picture you sent of Joel.
Outside the club.
Yeah, outside the club.
Oh, in the
Rizzo
New Orleans
side.
Club?
Yeah,
Yeah,
with Rizzo sign in the background. That was a good. One.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here it is.
Yeah, that's in New Orleans. That's when the club first opened down there.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Oh,
how the
yeah.
outside of the club looked like I remember it. With Rizzo and all that.
I sent another one of myself on a bicycle. Did that come through?
I don't have that one. Tom didn't forward it to me. But
That
I
was
have
It
this one.
was outside of the club, but it was a longer shot of the club outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, Tom had a job tonight, and he didn't send me
That's
anything
good.
else. So,
Wonder how old Joe was then. He must have been in his 20s, or early
well,
20s.
that would have been what, 64.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Actually, I think maybe it's 65.
yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So, let me see what this other
Or
thing.
65.
Hi, guys.
It's Mike. It's Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Hey,
How are
Mike.
y'all?
Where you
Good.
at?
I hear you. Let's see.
There he is.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't see.
Outside the chalet.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got
you are.
that's all right.
Yeah,
I'll let you suffer through it.
yeah. This was John Rogers sent me this picture from Boston of some people that work there. Let's see.
Oh, wow.
This was the Boston club, and he gave me the names from left to right. Is Kevin Russo, who was at the reunion. Kevin
Yep.
was there. Don McGowan, second.
Hmm.
I guess the guy in the beard must be Kenny Strong. I can't even read my own handwriting. Then Gary Dixon, and all the way on the right is John Rogers. And that was the Boston Club 1970 or 71. he said.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
The crazy, that club was in the basement.
Sure
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, Jim was saying it was a fire hazard since
Oh,
it's
Lord.
one way in and out.
Holy,
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
One way in, one way out. Yeah.
that's right.
The ceiling was real low.
Yeah, it's a low basement.
Yeah. And let's see, I had another picture that had the St. Patty's Day. This is a different picture of the St. Patty's Day float. That rode in the Boston St. Patrick's Day parade.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I don't have the names of the people on that. Y'all might recognize some of them. I don't know. He didn't send me the names of the people on the truck.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah. I just see Schlitz beer.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
Little
St.
Schlitz.
Yeah, Schlitz.
They did us a lot of great favors.
Oh yeah.
That's in the day when the brewery companies and the distributors could do you favors. That was okay.
Yep.
Then the government stepped in and started cutting out all the gimmies, and just like we used to sell so many kegs of beer, and we get a free keg of beer and give us our cups and vacuum stirs, whatever, that help out. It's good. I thought it was great. Good for business, for everybody.
Yeah.
To come and take you out to dinner and everything.
Yeah. Now, last week we had a discussion how Joel got started on the banjo, and I actually had talked to him about that. If y'all want to take it's just a couple minutes.
Sure.
So he talked longer than that, but I kind of cut it down a bit.
Was he talking too fast?
No, no, no. You know, not really. No, let's see.
I don't want to.
There it is. Let's see if I can find him here. Where is he? Joel. Oops. I will find it. Banjo, here it is.
You never know, right?
Okay.
Oh.
So Joel, why a banjo? Why did you decide to play a banjo?
I didn't decide to play a banjo. My mom decided I had to play the banjo. I have no idea how she knew that. But my mom's work in strange ways, as all of us have had moms, I assume most of us have. She bought me a banjo when I was about 15 years old. I brought it upstairs in the closet, and I left it there for 5, 6, 7 years. And I didn't play it. I didn't even see it. And one day, out of impulse, I took the banjo and I started to play it. And I went to, I found a teacher and learned how to play the banjo. And then along came your father's mustache. I played a lot. So that's the whole story. And here I am today, still playing the banjo.
Still playing the banjo.
Thank God that was a long time ago, huh?
Great story. I didn't know that.
Good little story.
Yeah. And we were talking about it last week, and I said, I asked Joel about that when I was there. I'll find it. So
That's great. I like that.
That sweatshirt he's wearing is the logo from the mustache band in Denver that we had put together in the 70s.
oh, okay.
I don't know where he got it, but that's all right.
I guess it would be.
Maybe he got it from somebody after he had Roger go fire the whole band.
No, this was long after that happened.
Oh yeah.
I suspect Petrocelli took him to one of the things we did, like Clearwater or Punta Gorda or something.
They're having that festival in Clearwater now, aren't they?
Right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where we should be. Hell,
That was a lot of fun.
down on the beach in Clearwater. We have beautiful beaches there.
And there was a great restaurant at the Holiday Inn where we stayed, that a big deck out looked over the bay to the west, and an egret that joined you for breakfast every morning. Eat off your plate.
Wow.
Hey, Roger,
Yes.
you like going to hear live music in the Phoenix area?
What's that again?
Do you like going to hear live music in the Phoenix area? Jazz?
Well, it's sort of spread out. It's they got Phoenix, they got the downtown Gilbert, they got Old Town in Scottsdale. So yeah, they have some good musicians here actually.
I have some good friends down there. There's a lady piano player, trumpet player named Cheryl Thurston, Thurston. She plays a lot down there. She plays a lot at I think it's called Big Bad Voodoo Daddy's Kitchen or something like that, and other places around down there. She plays with some great musicians like Howard Alden and internationally known.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hey,
Guitar player,
everybody.
banjo player, and look, she's
Everybody
on
ready
Facebook.
for the big
You can look
holiday
her up,
week?
Cheryl Thurston, Thurston, and I'd highly recommend going to hear them when they're playing somewhere. She has some great musicians with her.
What's the name of
That's
it?
a
Thurston?
Dixieland thing.
Did you say the name is Thurston's?
Cheryl Thurston, Thurston.
okay.
Check it out. They have a club down here in Old Town where like all kinds of musicians have started years ago, mostly country western musicians, but any place, all the famous musicians who are famous today sort of went in there and set in, called the Rusty Spur, I believe. It's just and it's so funky. You walk into these swinging doors.
Oh, yeah.
Old time saloon. And the place is just always packed. And when we first came down here, we were on you could jump on this little bus that would take you around Old Town. The guy said, well, there's a bar right over here with live music. A lot of famous people were there. My wife and I said, well, let's get in. We just jumped off the bus and went on in. We had a good time in there.
Howdy, Ira. Good to see you again.
Hey,
Good, seeing you guys, it's good.
But we are good, real good.
Hey, Mike, you get any snow up there?
Me? Yeah, we
Yeah.
got 3 or 4 inches over the last couple of days. We had a light snowstorm like that last week, but we haven't really had a lot of snow. It's been cold though for us, and especially for me. Up 24 was a high today and yesterday, but it's supposed to be in the 40s the next couple of days.
Have the
It doesn't
lists
snow
open
here
yet?
this early in the year like it used to.
It's freezing here in Florida now. It's like 67.
Yeah.
That's cold.
Yeah.
Unless I got a doctor appointment or something important going on, I just don't go out unless it's at least 40 degrees out.
Mhm.
Are the ski lifts open yet?
Oh, yeah, they're all open early.
Oh, yeah.
At least in Summit County, the Winter Park and Breckenridge, Keystone, Copper Mountain, they're all open early. I'm not sure on Loveland Basin. Loveland Ski Area is open, A Basin. I'm not sure about Aspen and Vale. I think they're both open, and it's all limited for right now, but they're
Right.
getting a lot of snow in the mountains, and we're not getting much down here, which as it should be. Pack it in for the skiers and leave the rest of us alone.
In Seattle, that's where it was. The lifts would be open, be a lot of snow. You could leave your house and just get to a lift in about an hour. But there's no snow in Seattle, so it's really real nice. But you can see it all from your house and everything.
That's because in Seattle, the snow can't get through the rain.
Hey.
In that cabin you're seeing in the picture behind me, right now, there's probably 3 feet of snow up there. And by January, February, there'll be 8, 9 feet of snow out in front of that place. It'll be about 3/4 of the way up those posts holding up the new deck.
wow.
Yeah. Do you know it
It's
snows?
10,300 feet up in the mountains.
Yeah. You know it snows in
Jim, do you have any
Arizona?
snow there?
What's that?
Jim, do you have snow by you yet?
Not yet, but Buffalo's getting a ton of it right now.
They're supposed to get hit real hard.
Yeah.
About 6 feet, something like that. There's talking about.
They got snow in Arizona.
Really?
Yeah. it's a
Where,
place called-
Flagstaff?
Yeah, up around Flagstaff by a place called Snow Bowl.
Yeah, Flagstaff's climate, as I understand it, is an elevation is kind of like Denver. I've been through there a few times, and one of the worst blizzards I ever drove in my life was 91 on the way to Phoenix, and I went through Flagstaff, and good Lord Almighty, that was an ugly, nasty frickin' thing. But they have good skiing there, as far as I understand it.
Yeah, the Snow Bowl's already open, and the people up there snowboarding, and I didn't realize that until I moved
No.
here. So,
When I took the boys to the Grand Canyon once, it was in July, the last week of June, and the first week of July, we were going through Flagstaff, and there was snow visible from the highway, on the mountains.
yeah.
Getting through
Really?
Flagstaff, yeah.
That you just reminded me when we went through Flagstaff on our way to Arizona to the Grand Canyon. I was standing on the edge of the canyon, and it snowed. This is in October, and it snowed like hell for about 10 minutes. It stopped. It was really pretty after that, but it was not fun standing on the edge of the canyon, not knowing which way to go because it's snowing so damn hard.
I worked up in Yellowstone Park after when I got out of college back in '67. The 4th of July, we had like 2 feet of snow. By that afternoon, we were back in shorts and t-shirts. See how crazy it was up there.
Speaking of the Grand Canyon, do any of you guys know Brian Holland, the piano player from Nashville?
I know of him, but I don't know him personally.
He's a really good guy, but he's been working out a lot lately and losing weight and walking a number of miles a day. And he's planning on doing what he calls walk. It's down the Grand Canyon on a trail and up the other side, and what do you call it? Cliff to cliff or top to top walk. God, that sounds awful.
Yeah, it's about 5 hours down and 7 hours up.
Yeah, and he's planning on doing that sometime next year.
Good luck.
It's, I mean,
Brian's a good guy and a great player. If you ever get to hear him and Danny Coots together and some other guys there, do whatever you can to go see him. They're incredible.
anyway, I've got a little clip I would like to play. This is from the hotel concert, not the when the band was just jamming in the hotel. It's actually Chris actually requested this song himself while he was out there. Let's say.
Started working at the Mustache, the lead banjo players were Ron Bizel and Gim, and I would every night when I went up on the stand, you would start with that song. You would start with Margie with that intro, and I thought, I am never going to be able to do that, and I still can't. But I love to hear you do it. You were an inspiration in many ways.
Those are great lyrics.
Anyway.
Okay.
Good
Nice.
times. Good times.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very good.
No, I just, and I mean, I wasn't playing or anything, but I just enjoyed watching the band start mixing it up together, you know, and
Sure.
like they had never stopped playing together. We just
Yeah.
You start hearing
And
them play.
the fact of the matter is, the band that was there in Connecticut never played together before.
yeah.
Wow.
That's the magic of the mustache.
Right.
So true, so true, so true.
You could just
When
show
you-
up
when
and
When you play the song 2,000 times, you probably don't forget it.
Hey, Kim, do you know why Joel has to use the walker?
No, it just sort of, well, his health has been deteriorating for years.
Right.
And he
I didn't know
just-
if he had a back issue or.
No, it just reached that. I don't know of any specific issue, but it just
age
It's
and
come on
weakness.
him.
Just age.
Yeah, come on him gradually, and
Yeah. Well, his-
one assisted device or after another, and that's where he is
Yeah.
now.
getting old sucks sometimes.
Well,
And his friend Emily was very helpful to him, I thought. She was
Yeah.
really nice.
Very sweet.
And
Oh,
very,
Emily-
very nice to talk to, and just so gentle. And when I was talking to her, I said, "Well, how did you and Joe get together?" She said, "Oh, we've known each other for years." I said,
That's right.
"Really?" She said, "Yeah, I used to live real close to him, but he was sort of married and with other people then." I said, "Yeah."
Oh, wow.
That's true. And
All
then
true.
and then eventually he ended up by himself, and they just went out one night for dinner, and she said, "We never parted since."
Well, that's not.
I thought that was sweet. She's so nice. I just enjoyed visiting her, and I'm glad Joe has someone with him to take care of him like that. So
Yeah, it was,
Oh yeah, she's everything from chief cook and bottle washer, but she's also she
wow.
also straightens out his let's say his IT skills. He's a real Luddite, and so if you get him on the phone or on try to send him an email message, you're basically going to get a reply from Emily.
Absolutely.
she was a joy. She, like you said, she's just so sweet.
He was very nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a nice picture of her, Bill.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. Yes, it was.
A good picture.
Yeah.
I got a lot of good pictures and video clips and stuff that we're gonna finish up on one of these days,
We'll have them ready for the next reunion.
Well, I saw Danny Rubio today at lunch, and I told him that Christine was on the thing about 3 or 4 weeks ago and said she'd be willing to come to New Orleans, and Banu would be here, and so
Yeah.
I think we decided we have to get it together in about the next 3 or 4 weeks, though, to make sure we still got people, right?
Yeah, really.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that's true.
Well, if you do it in New Orleans and I'm still on the planet next year, I'll do everything I can to get there.
Yeah.
That would be nice, Mike, if you were there.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
That'd be
motivator.
fun. I'd like to do it
Yeah,
again, but
sure.
Connecticut was just a little bit too out of it. And I don't know if I could do New Orleans, but it depends on where I'm at next year as opposed to now. And
You could have just made 18 connections and been there.
Well,
Take the train to the plane, to the bus, to the car.
Get Petrocelli to drive you down there.
Yeah, well, we talked about that for Connecticut, but I knew I couldn't do it. There's too many days on the road both ways. But New Orleans we could do in a day and a half each way or less. Yeah, I've done it 3 times by car and once by plane.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, was it about 30 hours drive from Denver?
I forget how long it is.
Oh, probably not nearly that long. I'm sorry, 30.
It's
That's not- no, it's
18,
not that
20
long.
hours, something like that.
Yeah.
I forget. It's been, last time I drove it was 79
Yeah.
for the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. And I came back down for the Mardi Gras. That's the year the cops were on strike, but we had a blast anyway.
Because I know I made the Grand Canyon in 22 hours from here, so I guess from New Orleans, so I guess it'd be about that, close to that from Denver.
20-something hours, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's
The issue
closer
would
than
be,
Connecticut.
I don't think Joel would make it to New Orleans. I don't know.
I don't think
Not
so.
sure.
He's
Put him in an
unpredictable.
ambulance and take him down there.
Why?
That's what I might have to do.
Yeah, he said we should go on a cruise.
He
Yeah,
did say
right.
that. He said we should take
Not
a
a chance.
Cruises just don't appeal to me anymore. I've taken a couple, but
I don't know. The only way I'd go on a jazz cruise is on a cruise if it was a big jazz cruise with a lot of bands I liked. And other than that, I have no interest in going on a cruise.
no, it's not so much it's just all the diseases going around and being stuck on a boat.
And too damn many people.
Yeah. Everybody eating out the same trough and everything like that. I just
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just
I think there's a cruise ship now that's hung up with disease on it with COVID.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like
There
800
is?
people have it.
Yeah, 800 people on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like Charlie on the MTA, but different.
Yeah, but it's like going on a cruise is like being in a giant petri dish now. I mean,
Right.
Maybe
gotta
we
be
can rewrite
the worst.
maybe we can rewrite the lyrics of Carnival Cruise or something. Let me tell you the story about a man named Charlie got on a Carnival cruise. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris did Charlie on the MTA. Great rendition up there. It was great.
It was great. Were you hear Chris when I played that? I think so, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I played your version of that. Okay. I keep forgetting who was here. I've got another clip of Joel. This is with the some mustache people, but the galvanized band. Let me see if I can find that again. Let's see, advanced. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Thought I had it. Let's see. It's in a different folder. Oh, here it is. Okay. Can't read my own writing. I better get closer to the mic then.
You're gonna play one in, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll play one in. In the key of it.
I use the mic now.
You want me to put the mic by you? One, two, three, four.
with all the bands? All the band, your band, our band.
Yeah, sure, but they're gonna come up after us.
Just want to do one with the whole group.
So when we come up, please stick around for one song.
All right, yeah,
That was great.
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Is any of that on YouTube?
I haven't put anything on YouTube yet, but I can make links, so Chris can put it up, on the mustache thing.
That would be great to see that on the Mustache YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
I'm
wonderful.
glad to put it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
All right, Chris,
yeah.
a banjo player.
Yeah. I'll send it 2 ways. Yeah. Yeah. Banjo player slash.
So long we know where the bar is, you know. Banjo players are down here.
You're about 10 steps above a washboard player.
Well, I always aspired to play the drums, so maybe that's it. I don't know.
Well, I did for 45, 50 years. And the worst thing about that is carrying all that shit around all the time,
Right.
man.
Right.
Out of the house, into the car, into the gig, set it up, play 3 hours, tear it down, into the car, into the back of the house, into the house. And what a pain in the ass. The few times over the years that I had 5 or 6 night a week gigs, it was great. But man, these one night stands on drums are a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
A lot easier with
Which-
washboard or banjo.
Or a harmonica, you know, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I always used to think piano players that are great until we were playing a thing up at Eldora Ski Area one time, and the piano was so lousy. The piano player couldn't even play it. And then I realized that piano players didn't have it that great. They didn't have to bring anything with them, but if their instruments sucked, what the hell are you going to do?
Right. It's tough.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we had discussed a little bit about whether we'd have a meeting next week or not, but I think maybe we can just forego the Friday after Thanksgiving because there's a
Probably
lot.
best, yeah.
Whatever
That's
you
a
guys
good
want to
idea.
do is fine.
Next week.
Come back in 2 weeks.
Come back in 2 weeks. yeah.
That
That
sounds
sounds
good.
Yeah.
I'm about to run, fellas.
Yeah, you'll have a
Yeah,
wonderful
I think it's time for me to go
Thanksgiving.
too.
Hey,
And Chris
nice seeing
probably
you.
has to cook. Chris, you
Thanks,
cooking?
Bill.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
I'm cooking.
See all
Yeah, I
you
bet
guys.
you are.
Have a happy Turkey Day.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see you in
Am I-
2 weeks.
Take care.
2 weeks.
Happy
Enjoy, guys.
Thanksgiving.
2 weeks.
Enjoy,
Everybody
we'll
have
see
a
you
good
all.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, y'all.
Enjoy, guys.
Thank you, Bill.
See you in December because it's on September.
Thanks,
Okay.
Bill.
Okay. Good night, guys.
Good night. Take care.